SayItInACard.com is an online greeting card company that delivers right to your front door. Visit our website, www.sayItInACard.com. You can read the cards, order the cards, and we ship them directly to you. If you feel it, we say it in a card. We have breakup cards, troubled relationship cards, troubled friendship cards, and of course all of the traditional cards as well, from birthday to Mother's Day. So again, visit us at www.sayItInACard.com. Free shipping for a limited time. Good day, thinkers, thought leaders, progressives, and dreamers. I'm Craig, the writer. Wait, that's not what this is. This is from my Patreon, my exclusive video diary. Get a behind-the-scenes look of my life with my friends, family, behind-the-scenes recording of So Much to Say podcast, and the Queen's Supreme Court live show. You done poofed the girl. You in the chair. Poof. There's even a subscription level for aspiring writers. My Patreon video diary is just $5 a month. I'm in here starving. Let me tell you what this bitch. And what information do you know, Sydney? The phone number. I just thought they were just interviewing me, asking me, general questions. You got So join now. Visit www.patreon.com/Craig the Writer Stewart. Bye. Good day, thinkers, thought leaders, progressives, and dreamers. I'm Craig the Writer Stewart, and this is So Much to Say YouTube TV. These are my thoughts in my voice on black shit, white shit, gay shit, and everything in between. So Much to Say YouTube TV is the place that you come to learn and grow, because we discuss socially relevant things mixed with a splash of humor. If you know you have tissue paper feelings, this probably isn't the channel for you. However, since you're here, I just need for you to do two things. Hit the like button, make sure you hit the subscribe button, and turn on that little bell so that you get the notification every single time that I go live or upload something new. I'll see you soon. Bye.
Come on out. Come on out. Craig, come the fuck on out. You came through with this goddamn book. Let me tell y'all something. I ain't read no damn book in I don't know how long, but somehow Craig turned a ratchet bitch into a reader, bitch. Damn, my tongue real slippery. Bitch can't even talk, but bitch, I can read. Come on out. Anyway, by the time I got done with this damn book, bitch, I felt like I need to go sit on my back porch and smoke me a long cigarette while wearing a old nasty Caucasian damn witness protection wig, bitch. When I tell you he dropping 10 here, he talk about Tyler Perry, Brandy, bitch. Oh, girl, this book had my coochie on hard, had my coochie lips on blue, had me hot and moist like a KFC biscuit, bitch. Oh, Jesus, girl. By the time I got done, y'all, I felt like a boss, bitch. You made me want to go out and do things with my goddamn life, bitch. He talk about damn heartbreak, everything, girl. Come on out. I was on an emotional roller coaster, Craig. Come on out. Jesus.
I was involved briefly with a married man who believed he had the courage to leave his wife to be with me and to live his truth. This isn't the typical story of a married man promising to leave his wife for a secret lover. Rather, this is a story in part about a gay man who knew he was gay before he got married, but chose to marry a woman because he didn't know how to break free. Rocky and I met on a gay social media site 3 months after I returned to the East Coast to live, and just 11 months after he was married. At the time we met, he was living and working in Dubai as a contractor for the government on a military base, while his wife was stationed in Tallahassee, Florida, where they had a home. In one of the first messages he sent me, Rocky shared that he was married, but that he had regrets. He explained that he had come out to his mother and siblings when he was 18 years old. He sat there. To listen to more of One Thing for Certain, Two Things for Sure, a memoir continued, visit audible.com.
Hey, girl, hey.
Girl, all you do is worry about you. You didn't even give me a chance to come up here and make sure my shit was right. You just press live.
Well, because I knew I was gonna run. I knew I was gonna run the commercials.
Well, that took 5 minutes.
Well, weren't you ready and in place when I?
Am I? I don't know. You didn't give me a chance. I don't know, child. I'm still trying to maneuver stuff, honey.
I mean, I can't believe that you weren't even closer to the camera so that the people can see the beat on your face.
Well, but I'm tired. I'm sleepy. I'm in the bed. I mean, listen.
I mean, you got lashes and shit on. I
called you hours ago to tell you let's get this shit started, and you told me that your people don't get out of bed till 9 o'clock at night, so they can't.
No, I told you that I know my people know that I'm going to be on at 9. So if I go on earlier than 9, they be like, well, why he on already? We supposed to come on at 9 o'clock. That's how they sound in my head.
Oh, okay.
So I just figured, I would wait till at least 9 o'clock.
Oh, that's better. Let me turn it this way.
Yeah. But you got your makeup on and your
because I have to work. I mean, unfortunately, I don't get to sit around like you do at home.
So you
was having dinner with your girlfriend. Ooh.
Well, my friend needed to talk. So I mean, my friend needed to talk. So I just figured, I would talk to her. And,
I was in the bed getting ready to go to sleep, y'all.
If you guys are on the Patreon, you know what girlfriend I'm talking about. I told y'all my girlfriend wanted to come over here and she wanted to talk. She's here and we talk.
Oh, so you tell her business on Patreon too?
Well, they don't know who she is.
Oh, okay.
I didn't say her name. I was just saying my friend wanted to talk and, this, that, and the third. And, but my question to you is, so you going to sleep in your makeup?
No, bitch. I was sitting here waiting on you. I was waiting on you, so you got about 20 minutes of my time, and I got to go take this off and go to sleep.
What time you got to get up and go to work tomorrow?
It's none of your business, Craig. Hey, y'all.
Good day, thinkers, thought leaders, progressors, and dreamers. I'm Craig the Writer Stewart, and this is the Facebook and YouTube live versions of So Much to Say. These are my thoughts in my voice on black shit, white shit, gay shit.
I'm on your thing, girl.
Are we streaming on yours?
I don't know. You set this up. What are we talking about? Is this?
Oh, well, let me see. Oh, I didn't add yours. Let me add yours.
All you worried about is you. I told you, you want to pimp me for your shit.
You know what?
All you want to do.
You know what? I completely.
I got my good old beat on, not to be on fucking So Much to Say Facebook Live edition.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay, child. You just worried about you.
For all of the people that are tuning in from Derek J's channel, good day, thinkers, thought leaders.
You added me on?
Yes, I just added it. For all of the people that you can add and file. Girl, look at all that thigh you showing. Look at all that thigh.
Oh, I forgot that y'all can see this much.
Girl, look at all that thigh you showing.
Girl, I forgot I'm laying in my bed.
Girl, let me prophesy real quick. Girl, the spirit is telling me right now that you're gonna have a man about January 13th.
Thank you.
January 13th. I feel it in my spirit.
Okay.
But the spirit is also saying move that little duster up a little bit so we can get to the thigh.
Oh, no. I'm a nice, wholesome Christian woman, honey. I can't be doing all that.
Yeah, is that a nightgown you have on? What is that?
No, this is one of my silk caftans.
What is it?
Silk caftan.
Girl, I keep telling you. I didn't have to put your cash app over.
No, you can take it off. It's on mine. I already know, child. Let me tell you something. I was looking at my Instagram today, and it was about 7 people sent me DMs talking about they going through hard times. Can I send them something on the cash app? That's why I turned my request off. Funny, my request says,
Girl, let me tell you something. My first time that somebody got me, it was one of the people that watched. I don't know if she still watches or not, but she sent me a request through Cash App for $30. And see, this is when I was a novice.
And you thought she was sending you something?
I thought she was sending you, because you know how when somebody send you a Cash App,
you gotta accept it.
You gotta hit accept. I thought it was asking me to accept, but that lady was requesting money from me, and I was so and I was hitting it, and I wasn't paying attention, and I hit it. And before I knew it, I had released those funds to that lady's Cash App. And thank God it was only $30. But if she had got me for $300, I would have been shitty.
So people send you $300 in your Cash App? Derek,
I'm
just asking you a question.
Derek, I'm gonna tell you, like my mama used to tell me, I don't need you counting my money.
I'm just saying. I mean, girl, I'm just saying I'm just picking up what you was putting down.
Well, what I'm saying to you is that lady sent a Cash App request for $30, and I blocked her. Okay. And not only did I block her, but I went on and changed it so that if you're not in my device as a contact, you can't even send me no Cash App.
Honey, I can't nobody send. I don't care if you're in my device.
Don't contact me. I'll contact you.
Yeah, that wait a minute. Adrian sent me a Cash App, child. They sent back a message saying you might want to ask them for cash. He is 97 no request right now. You want to ask them for cash?
But look, not only did the lady request $30 from me, but she had the nerve to put in the memo field that she was hungry and homeless. Now I don't know if she really was or not.
Well, you helped the lady.
And I looked at it like that. Okay, you know what? I went on and helped her. Hopefully she really was. Not that I'm hoping that she was homeless, but hopefully she really did need it. But I was like, girl, if you don't need it, this is what I was thinking to myself. Girl, the universe, karma is gonna come back and get you. Because you know, karma is that girl that don't give a damn. You'll have $2 to your name, and karma will be like, you owe me $4.
Right.
She don't even care how you get the other $2.
You ain't been up in my room, have you? See, this what I wake up to every morning. I like looking at him.
I came up to your room one night because one night you were almost late for one of our panels, and I had to come.
Oh, you had to come wake me up. Yeah, don't say it like that. You had to come up my room. Ain't no more apple juice in there, honey.
This was red wine, jam jar.
Oh, girl, cheap wine.
Yeah, she's on sale for $8.
She's good though.
She is good.
Yeah, she is good.
Fair.
She's good. I got some too in my refrigerator.
Right. But listen, the reason that we came on here tonight is because we wanted to remind you guys that we're doing a panel discussion. This is the next to the last one that we're doing. Mm-hmm. We have this one this Wednesday.
Uh-huh.
And then the very last one is going to be December 2nd, I think it is. Yeah,
dating in your 30s.
Dating in your 30s. Single, black, gay, and dating in your 30s. But this one that we're doing this coming Wednesday is, would you date someone HIV positive? Now, y'all like to pick and choose which one y'all want to flood our inboxes over. Now, I know that this can be a little controversial for some of the gays.
Mm-hmm.
And I know how some of you truly feel. Some of you really want to be able to say, no, I don't want to date anybody positive. And this is a safe space. You can come on here if that's what you want to say.
Mm-hmm.
And I know some people that are living with HIV are very sensitive about this subject as well. And sometimes, not all the time, sometimes take issue when a person that's HIV negative says, I would not date someone positive. Mm-hmm. Because oftentimes, people that are in the health profession or that are living with HIV, they often feel like if a person that's negative says, I don't want to date somebody positive, the assumption is that they're ignorant, that they don't know enough about the virus, or
right.
You need to educate yourself, and just whatever. And it's not always that. And what I will say just here in this space briefly is I have a friend who changed my perspective on this, and he's negative. And he said that he was married to a guy that was HIV positive. He was
mm-hmm.
married to him. But he said after being married to someone that was HIV positive, and after having sex with condoms and a condom slipping off or a condom breaking or whatever, he said he's made the decision now that he no longer wants to date someone positive because he wants the freedom, the luxury of having unprotected sex in a committed long-term relationship. And if a person is HIV positive, that option is removed. Now, for those of you that are living with HIV, say, or those of you that work in the health field say, well, that's what PrEP is for. Or if the person is undetectable, then you can do it. He was not interested in any of those things.
So your friend was a bottom. Listen. The people wanted to know. We try to be very clear here. That's all. Remember what you said.
Communication is our partner in clarity.
Thank you. Because the thing is, Craig, if I was telling that story, what would be your first question? What I just asked. So.
Well, I've come to expect that from me.
Right. You weren't expecting it from me?
I wasn't expecting that from you.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm just trying to understand.
But and those of you that have been watching,
you didn't answer the question.
what the bottom?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I just trying to understand. That's all.
Yes, he is. And so, but for those of you that have been watching our panel discussions, those of you that have been listening to So Much to Say or watching my live videos, you guys know that we've been saying from the beginning that the point of these conversations is to bridge communities, is to close the gap. And so this is an opportunity for the HIV negative community to have a conversation with some people from the HIV positive community.
And vice versa.
And vice versa. Like, this is the conversation. And I know that these conversations can be difficult at times, and they can be tough, and they can be touchy. But I want us to get to a place where we can have these tough conversations without, because I think the reason that people don't have conversations around race or sexuality or HIV status or whatever is because we're afraid of sounding ignorant, or being accused of being racist, or being accused of being homophobic or transphobic. That's why oftentimes people don't have the conversation, because you're so politically correct. But the only way that we learn and grow is if we have the conversation. And so, like, one of the conversations that I've had with Madison and other trans people is oftentimes trans people are very sensitive when it's somebody straight that asks questions of a trans person. Well, how does this work? Or how did you get hips? Or how did, but the only way that we can enlighten people and teach people is if somebody is willing to have the conversation. But oftentimes it's like, well, why would you ask that? That's so ignorant. That's so insensitive. Well, how the hell are we supposed to learn? How are we supposed to know?
Yeah, that's true.
So I want us to have a great conversation about this, where it's not in a heightened space where people are arguing or debating. So we really want to know. We want people that are HIV positive to reach out to us. We want people that are negative to reach out to us. We want to know if you would date someone HIV positive or not. We're not here to judge you. We just want to hear. And I remember.
Can you stop talking for a second?
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
God,
I didn't think you had anything to contribute.
I can't get in. Like, you won't stop talking. Jeez Louise.
You can't get in. You can't get in. Dante is watching. Dante, you need to join this conversation. Dante, you need to join this conversation on Wednesday. Go ahead. What were you going to say?
Well, also, it was a lot. We have a lot of people that want to have this conversation, and this is a conversation we don't mind you not being on video. You can just call in. Well, you can come in, but you don't have to show your face. Right. We can have this kind of conversation because a lot of people are concerned about their identities or putting other people's identities out there like that. No, because we just want to know. I mean, so Craig, I know we're going to talk about this on Wednesday, but let's just kind of get this conversation started a little bit now. Could you or would you date somebody HIV positive, or have you? Bitch, I didn't read your stupid book, honey. That's why I'm asking you a question now, girl. I didn't read it.
Well, Derek, you can go over there and get the Audible version.
I didn't read it, girl, and half the people here didn't read it. So I'm asking you a question.
Oh, you said half the people on here didn't read it.
Really, I want to say 80, but 80%. But we're gonna go with half. So, why you listen? Why, Craig? Stop. Just work.
Okay. Okay. Honestly, so here's the thing, and I'm gonna be completely transparent right now, right? I have dated. Oh, let me take that back. I've been in relationships with 3 people that were HIV positive. Right?
Oh, wow.
I only write about one. And I only wrote about him because he's no longer living. Right? Because at the time, I didn't want anybody to try to figure out who I was talking about.
But before you go more into this, I just want you guys to take note that the question I asked was a yes or no answer. No.
It's not a yes or no.
I said, have you? I said,
no. You said, would you have you dated someone? And I said, yes. I've been in relationship with 3.
Okay, and then that's the end of the. We don't need an
explanation. No. It's not. And I'm gonna tell you why it's not. Because.
But that we say the thing. See, you won't let me do my part.
Okay, go ahead, do your part.
I was asking the question.
You really feeling yourself because you're in this silk caftan, okay?
No, man. No, I'm not. I was asking you a question because then we can elaborate on Wednesday. But you can't stop talking. That's what I'm saying. I'm asking you now. It's like, yes, and if you would have let me finish, but you didn't let me even fucking finish because you want to keep talking. Now, would you like to elaborate now, or would you like to elaborate on Wednesday? That's a question.
Okay, I had buttoned my lip and threw the key.
Okay, so would you like to talk about? Would you like to elaborate now?
Okay, I'll just give a little bit right now.
You give a little bit. How long does a little bit take for you?
2 minutes. So
okay, it's 20 minutes in now. So you got to 2022. Go.
Okay. So, but the reason that I say it's a very personal decision, and I think that oftentimes people that are negative are sometimes guilted into feeling like they should date someone HIV positive because it's the politically correct thing to say.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's a very personal decision, and I don't think everybody is wired to do it.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I remember when I dated when I was in a relationship with someone that was positive. I remember going to this HIV/AIDS workshop weekend because I was trying to learn like what I could do, what I couldn't do, and you know what I mean, sexually, and how to protect myself. And I remember being at that workshop. It was a weekend long thing, and I remember a guy there that was HIV positive said to me, "If I were you, if I was HIV negative, there's no way in the world that I would date somebody HIV positive who just found out that they were positive." Because of the psychological part of it, like just coming to terms and coming to grips with being positive. And part of what I've learned over the years is just like sometimes when you come out of the closet, there's a PTSD, depending on how your family and friends receive you or not. Same thing can sometimes happen with a new diagnosis. Like not all, sometimes when they first learn that they're HIV positive, they go through this mental trip, and so, it's a personal decision, and I don't think anybody should be forced to, make that decision. Because people will say, well, it's just like cancer, or it's just like smoking cigarettes. It takes a little bit more than that.
Good job, Craig. You got 5 seconds left. I think you was gonna make it, Craig, but you made it.
Dominic is saying I always take over the conversation, so please, Phil, go ahead and.
What you do, Craig, you never stop talking, and me being a gracious co-host, because I'm your co-host. Remember, I let you get your point across, because I know at your age, if I don't let you, you might forget. So I let you get your point across. So for me. And I dated someone that was HIV positive that did not know they were HIV positive, and they found out after we had broke up. Do I think that so thank God I was not here being sexually active, because Now
let me tell you something. See that little statement that you just made right there? Thank God we're not here being sexually active. There are some people who are positive that are listening, or people that work in the field, the health field.
Well, no.
What I'm probably thinking, well, just because you had sex with them doesn't mean you would have seroconverted.
I mean, but it's a high possible chance you could have. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah. I mean, that's just the obvious thing to say. Like, the obvious thing about it. But do I think that I am mentally stable enough to date somebody HIV positive? No, I don't think I am.
I want to hear you expound on that on Wednesday. But here's what I would say, John.
Wait, so you can cut me off. Tell me.
No, go. You want to expound on it now? Go ahead.
No, it's okay. No, I'm just saying. See, Craig.
Go ahead and expound on it now. Go ahead.
We are trying to. I thought that me and you gonna work on this selfish spirit that you got. This takeover, egotistical spirit that you have in your life. We gonna work on that. We're gonna pray on that, and we're gonna work on it. Cause
well, go ahead and expound on it then. Go ahead and expound on it.
No, it's fine. We're
gonna I want you to expound on it.
Is your girlfriend still there?
She's sitting right there.
Oh, you showing up because you got company. That's what it is.
I am not.
I get it now. I see what's happening today. I got it, Craig. I got you. It's fine. I see it. It's okay. I'm gonna let you. Listen. Do you?
This bitch got a face full of makeup on it.
Oh my God! No. Do you? Okay. You in front of your company?
Why, Derek? Why wouldn't you want to date someone HIV positive?
No, I'll talk about it on Wednesday, Craig. Don't worry about it.
I want to just give me the Cliff's notes.
Oh no, I'll talk about it on Wednesday. Go ahead. Say what you have to say. Say what you have to say, Craig. Go ahead.
Well, what I was going to say was, Derek, Dante made a good point. He said, it sounds like I'm interchanging having sex with someone that's HIV positive and dating. So let me clarify. I've been in relationship with 3 people that were HIV positive, but I'm more than certain that I've had sex with someone that was HIV positive, because when you think about the numbers, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Derek, I know you like to rock the mic. So chances are you've sucked on up.
See, once again, you're showing out in front of your company.
Yeah.
First of all, we've been through this. Me and you talked about this, and we said that we was gonna leave this alone. But it's fine.
So the point of me saying that is, it's important to approach everyone that you have sex with as if they're HIV positive. In other words, you should protect yourself all of the time, because you don't know. And to your point, you said you dated someone who didn't find out that he was HIV positive until after you dated. I don't know if this statistic is the same today, but at one point, for every single person,
I'm sure you got Google on your phone right now, so you could just check it.
Well, I know.
Instead of being a Donald Trump and just start saying things out of your mouth, you could just check.
Well, Dante is in the comments. I'm gonna have him correct me. At one point, the statistic was for every single person who knew their HIV status, there were 9 people who did not.
Gotcha.
So I don't know what that number is now, because it changes. But so for me, I've tried to protect myself, as when I approach people, or when I've had sexual contact, I've asked that question. Are you positive? Have you been tested? When were you tested? What was your last result? Those kinds of things. Like, you have to. And then in the instances where I'm getting into a relationship with someone, we're going to get tested together. And I'm actually there to see your results, and you're there to see my results, because I have heard stories where the girls have gooped some of the kids.
Now, have you done it in your current relationship?
Yeah, we got tested. Now, because of COVID, we couldn't go to a place to get tested. So we had to go to CVS and pay $50 for those tests. We had to buy 2. But I've seen situations where some of the kids were HIV positive, but they fabricated and falsified. You know how y'all make up them pay stubs and stuff? They made up negative HIV results, even though they were positive. So you can't just let somebody hand you some results. You need to
be in a space with them.
Correct.
Gotcha.
And and I've heard stories where people have said, well, because this is the other thing I want to talk about on this panel as well. Within the HIV community, there's almost like this hierarchy for some, not all, but for some, there's this hierarchy.
But is before you go there, is that part of this conversation, or is that another conversation?
Maybe I'll put it on our panel for next year.
Yeah, because that's not part of this conversation.
You know where I'm about to go?
I did know you about to go. That's why I was like, before you keep going into it.
Well, let me say, because I know some people probably don't know what I was about to say. What you think? Well, tell me what you think.
Go finish up, Craig.
Okay, she just said, I don't know what you're about to say. So in the HIV community, there are some who feel a sense of superiority over others. So I've heard people who are undetectable say, "Oh, I'm HIV positive, but I'm undetectable." And it's almost like they look down on those that are HIV positive. And for those of you that are watching and listening, and you may not know what I mean between the two, when you're HIV undetectable, it just means that there's such a low viral count, such a low viral load in your system that it doesn't come up on a regular test. Like,
you know what? I think that also for Wednesday, we need to have an expert on here on Wednesday. Because I think that,
well, that's where Dante comes in.
Okay, because Craig, you like to spot out a lot of stuff that nobody know if it's true or not. And I don't need you talking. Wait. We don't need you talking as an expert. So we need to have somebody on here to be able to,
You just cannot take that. I just know a lot about a lot of things. I don't know at all.
We just assume.
Listen,
Craig, I just don't challenge you. But I'm pretty sure a lot of stuff that you say, think about it, is I don't want to discredit.
Wait, what you say, girl?
I don't want to discredit you.
I just don't challenge.
Yeah, I just don't challenge you. I don't want to discredit your Hampton degree or heritage. Where are you with you?
Hampton.
I don't know if it's Hampton. I get Hampton or Howard confused.
I don't know why.
Child, Craig don't be knowing, child. But it's fine. So listen, Craig, first of all, put the email address down there, because that's what we came on here for. I didn't come on here to argue with you today.
But even though you've been arguing with me at every turn.
Well, girl, because you make a lot of turns. If you stay on the straight and narrow, we'll be good.
And see, Derek Dukes made a really good point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Anthony Cathy. Dante Morrison is an HIV counselor. That's why I said he's going to be our SME on Wednesday.
Did he agree?
Yeah, he said he's going to be on here.
Okay.
He's going to be our SME, our subject matter expert for the people in the GED section. But like Derek Dukes just said, well, PrEP doesn't help either. These kids on PrEP think it's the end all be all. Like you don't need to use condoms. And I just had this conversation just the other day.
Mm-hmm.
But Alicia, don't get blocked. She talking about Howard produces presidents. That's how you remember.
So yeah. So did you put the email address up?
Yeah, it's right here. So for those of you that want to participate, and again, you don't have to be a gay man. You could be a lesbian, trans, bisexual, however you identify. Not heterosexual though. We're talking to LGBTQ people.
Mm-hmm.
But Dante made a good point. Undetectable means untransmittable. So here's the thing. glmconvo@gmail.com if you'd like to participate in this conversation. One of the things that comment that Dante just reminded me of when he says undetectable is untransmittable. That's another piece that I want to kind of talk about on Wednesday as well. Because I've had, again, numerous conversations with people who said, well, I had unprotected sex with him because he's undetectable.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, so you took somebody's word on that? You were there when they ran the numbers? Like, how do you know he was undetectable? And the reason that I say that is because I have a good friend who was undetectable for about a decade. And then he ran for public office. His mom died. And there was a lot of stress between those two situations, those life events, right? Mm-hmm. And he was no longer undetectable. His numbers were all over the place. And so I think, again, just like sometimes people get on, they think because they're on PrEP or whatever, that they can just have unprotected sex blindly. The same is true with this whole undetectable thing. It's just like, oh, well, he said he's undetectable, so I took his word. And it's just like, so because somebody told you they were undetectable, you trusted that? So there's so many parts of this conversation, that I want to kind of touch on.
So, yeah, so we're looking for the question is, would you date someone HIV positive? So this conversation is open to people that are HIV negative, are HIV positive, and then the whole spectrum of the LGBTQ community. And
I would even say health professionals too.
Yeah, and health professionals.
Yeah.
Because I think that I think there is I know there is a miseducation about HIV that we need to learn and that we need to know more about. I mean, I would say I'm not fully aware of all of the stuff about HIV, but I'm like Craig. I think I know what I know. That wasn't a dig at you, Craig.
You sure?
I'm positive.
You're positive or you're certain? Because the girls will take what you say and run with it. Miss Derek says she's positive.
I'm certain. But please, we want to hear from you guys. Like I said, if you don't want to talk and have your face shown or anything like that, that's also fine. We can you could just you don't have to show your face and we can have these conversations on the username. But we do want to hear from you guys. So please, I know, like Craig said in the beginning, is that y'all like to choose which conversation is important to you. But all these conversations are really important. And if you can add to this conversation, we want to hear from you.
Mm-hmm. We do. We really do. And again, don't be so concerned about being attacked for your opinion, because everybody's opinion is valid. You know what I'm saying? And I hope I remember all of these things on Wednesday, but I remember speaking at Morehouse at one time, and
you spoke at Morehouse.
No.
Okay, girl. I'm about to say Jesus. All right.
She was there. And so I forgot she was there. Yeah. But seriously, no, and I'm really not trying to toot my own horn, BB. But I'm just playing.
Not trying to, girl. That's all you do.
I'm just playing. But no, seriously, I'm only sharing this because I think this was a good point. But I remember speaking at Morehouse, and I was talking about HIV.
Now, were you speaking to a group of people, or were you just talking to somebody that go to Morehouse?
There were over 100 people there.
Oh, okay. I know how you girls do, honey.
There were over 100 people there. I was signing my first book.
You could have been standing in the yard on Morehouse campus talking about.
Tell them it was standing room. Tell them it was standing room. It was standing room.
Oh.
The people were standing around the walls.
Oh, it was a small room. But go ahead.
It was the main. Thank you. He can't take it. He just can't take it.
I understand, but you have no proof for these things. All of my accolades.
Was there.
She can lie for you too.
No, I'm not lying.
Okay, but look, the point is,
I got proof of my accolades, honey. It's documented on video. But go ahead.
Look, that's why the girls don't say you nothing to you can.
Go ahead, child. Okay, so you was the keynote speaker at Morehouse.
I was the keynote speaker, and so I was talking about because when I first came out, I had a friend.
You can remember that. But go ahead, Craig. I'm listening. Go ahead. You gonna let me finish my story? I'm listening.
So when I first came out, and he shaded to my it was a small room. So when I first came out, I had a friend who was like, I don't know, maybe 8-9 years older than I am.
Ooh, okay.
8-9 years my senior.
Ooh.
And he was HIV positive. He was a recovering drug addict. And I looked to him as like a guide, as someone that, I was looking up to kind of usher me into the community. He was giving all of the wrong advice, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was expecting him to be, someone that would just kind of direct me in the right direction and try to show me the ropes and, the do's and don'ts. And I'll never forget, as we became closer, I learned so much about the gay community, the dark side, if you will, through him. Because he would have these escapades where he would, and I write about this in the first book, he would go over to Morehouse in the middle of the night, like 2-3 in the morning, driving through the campus, and he'd be fucking those unsuspecting boys, right?
Mm.
And he would talk about, and he would fuck some of them raw.
Mm.
You wouldn't even talk to them about his status, and they were young and horny and didn't ask a lot of times, he would tell me.
Was he nice looking?
He was, okay. And so the bottom line of the story is, at the end, so I read that piece when I was at Morehouse because it was specific to Morehouse.
Mm-hmm.
And so I remember at the end of the conversation, there was a young guy who came up to me after the conversation was over. We did a Q&A in front of the entire audience, but he didn't want to ask in front of everyone. So he came up and he said, "Can I just talk to you?" And he pulled me to the side and he asked me if I thought it was okay for him to date someone HIV positive, because he had just met a guy, he was really liking the guy, and he didn't know if he should date him or not. And I basically told him that it's not up to me to tell you that.
Mm-hmm.
This is a choice, it's a very personal decision that you have to make. And don't let anybody force you into doing it if it's not something that you're comfortable with. It really is okay.
Craig, you could have just said, "Hey, at one of my book readings, a young guy came up to me and asked us."
Well, I needed to give the backstory,
but you really actually didn't, because the backstory of nothing. Because you told I'm gonna work with you on this, because you told this whole part. I thought the boys gonna come to you and tell you that the man, your friend, was who he had sex with your friend.
Like, well, Derek, I had to give you the preamble. You can't just go right into the story. You have to give a preamble.
No, you could have said, "Hey, when I was at Morehouse, I did a book, whatever my book read is, and a young guy came up to me and asked me, should I date somebody HIV positive?" And I told him that's your choice. And we could have built this story 10 minutes ago.
Well, let me explain something to you. You have those quick.
Oh, I forgot. You're a journalist.
I'm a journalist and I'm a writer. So
okay.
I'm paid to tell the entire story. See, you're a hairstylist.
Well, nobody paid you to tell this story, girl.
You have to give the story quick because you back there curling and you don't have time to tell these long stories. So you got to get it out.
But you're telling long stories nobody asked for. It'd be different if I asked you for this story.
What's Sophie say?
Well, you could do, Sophie. You could do. Craig can tell you his long stories on his time on So Much to Say podcast.
Well, she on my channel because trust and believe.
I know, but this ain't so much to say. It's just us. Now, when it's you, You go over there and tell your long damn stories. What is us? You know, but it's fine. So we're 40 minutes in. So what was the purpose of this conversation, Craig?
Like Devin said, I thought you didn't want to argue.
I don't want to argue. But so the quick question for you. So what was the purpose of this conversation tonight, Craig?
Girl, you sure are quite cantankerous tonight, though, girl.
What is the purpose of this conversation tonight, Craig?
We're encouraging you guys to join us on Wednesday. It's going to be 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Dante,
we need people to come and email us. There you go.
glmconvo@gmail.com. If you want to participate, please email. Please email us a picture, a phone number, and why you want to a brief. Right. You want to be on this conversation.
Mm-hmm.
You see what Janine says?
Craig, you already know how I feel about your followers. I told you that. So thank you, educated queen.
Girl, and that's also why you don't get no cash apps, girl, because you're famous.
Listen, girl, I'm not out here peddling for a cash app, girl. Girl, you act like I'm out here shaking my goddamn coin box.
Well, girl, I'm not saying you shaking your coin box, but girl, you were a little disenchanted the other day. The girls ain't saying you nothing. The girls ain't sent him nothing for his birthday. He said, "Do you know they ain't sent me nothing for my birthday?"
Because I'm like, Jesus.
Oh my God.
I give you all this. And the crazy thing about it is that they feel that way about me. But girl, you don't want over there living high as a hog, honey. You got everything.
What am I doing?
Living high like a hog, honey. Girl, you up in the sky, child, living that good life.
Girl, where my pen pals, y'all? Somebody make this bitch mad. Send me a camera. I'm living high on the hog, Derek.
Yes, you are.
High on the hog.
I'm over here just barely making it, child. I would could buy one pair of shoes this month.
Look, LeBron Bath and Body said she sent you something.
Yes, she did. No. I told everybody thank you very much. I was very appreciative. Don't listen to Craig, y'all.
Craig just got to learn how to switch modes. That's all. He's academically 24/7 and learn how to. Oh my God, you guys are too much. But listen, please email us at glmconvo. That's gay like me convo@gmail.com.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to participate in this conversation. Again, you don't have to show your face on the live. There's a way to come on and we can just hear you. And that's it.
But the only reason we ask the pictures is because this is a conversation for LGBTQ people of color. And you know,
so in other words, Derek's saying if you're not Black,
of color,
or Hispanic,
of color,
Asian,
yeah, that's of color too.
Oh,
see,
okay.
Thank you guys that sent in my cash app.
Okay, because when that Asian guy was on here, you didn't like him on here.
It wasn't no Asian guy on there.
It was.
He was real light. That wasn't Asian.
Oh, y'all sending Derek cash apps and they send me nothing? Oh, okay.
No, wait, Craig, this is not a competition.
All right, well, listen, you all have an amazing night.
You gonna move them on now? That's what you gonna do?
I'm about to go.
It's about you.
I'm about to go.
I'm sure you got some kind of KitchenAid product at your door, sweetie. No. I'm sure you got some toilet tissue and some bath mats. I'm sure something at your house.
You are so crazy.
Bye, you guys.
All right, listen, have an amazing night, guys. We will see you guys on Wednesday. Don't forget, email us. Now, Derek, what are we going to do if nobody emails? Because, they may not email because they scared of this topic.
Well, Craig, you can tell all your stories, child. They'll take an hour and a half.
Well, no, they right here in the book. They need to go over here and purchase the book.
Well, you said you were talking about one, honey, but you had 3.
Well, those 2 people still living, so.
But you can talk. We ain't got to say no names.
Yeah.
I can tell my story. You can tell your story. Your story take long enough.
You know what?
I'm just saying.
You love to try to let me hold it.
But no, you just said you got to give all this backstory and stuff. So we gotta learn. We gotta learn when he was born and you were born and how y'all met and how the stars collided in the sky. And then the next day we will. So you'll be able to give us enough time.
Devin just sent me a cash app for $5, and he said in a note, ask Derek about that picture in his bedroom. What's the story behind this picture in the bedroom?
Oh, this is my friend Lavelle Cole. And I saw this, he's a model, and he took the picture, and I saw it on his page. And I said, hey, I want to put it in my bedroom. and he gave it to me.
You didn't have
And
to.
it's a sexy picture. I like to roll over and look at it at night sometimes because I ain't got no man.
What'd I tell you? January 13th.
January 13th. I hope
January
it don't fall.
13th.
I hope it don't fall on no fucking Friday.
Let's see. It's a Wednesday.
Oh, perfect. Okay, we'll see, Greg. We gonna see if you prophetic too. You know, you did go to Hampton, so I mean, y'all do all type of stuff.
Dante, please email us at GLM Convo. I know you in real life, but just email us because our intern is going to reach out to everybody. Oh, thank you, Pamela Dickerson. What did she say? What did Derek say about? What did Derek J say about us? Listen, have an amazing night,
guys. Y'all have a good night, and we will see you guys on Wednesday.
9 p.m. Eastern.
Yes.
Be on time. Now hit the like and the share button on this video and hit the subscribe button.
Yep. All that good stuff.
All right. Bye, y'all.
Bye.